Welcome back to day 7 of our 14-day math challenge. We are halfway there, and if you've been keeping up with all of the problems, it is that same kind of commitment that sets you apart. Today's question is going to build on the critical thinking you've already been practicing. And remember, the goal isn't just to get the answer, it's to build your math confidence. Let's go to number 7. If x squared minus 6x plus k equals 0 has exactly one solution, what is the value of k? Try it on your own, press pause, and then play when you're ready for the solution. This is a quadratic. If you remember a quadratic equation, the highest power is 2. So I know that this is a quadratic equation. In a quadratic equation, we have what is called the discriminant. If you remember, there is the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula says that x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The quadratic formula is used to solve any quadratic equation. What is inside of the radical by itself is called the discriminant. When the discriminant is less than 0, meaning it's a negative number, we know that we cannot take the square root of a negative number, so we are going to have no real solutions. When the discriminant is a number that is positive, we know that we are going to end up with 2 real solutions. And it's 2 real solutions because of this plus or minus. If I had to split it up, I'm going to have 2 possible solutions. One where it's plus the square root of whatever number I get for the discriminant, and then one where it's minus the square root of that number. But what happens when the discriminant is equal to 0? When I do plus or minus 0, it doesn't matter if I add 0 or subtract 0, I'm going to end up with the same answer. So this is the part that I want to worry about, because that's going to make sure that I'm going to end up with one real solution. If it says x squared minus 6x plus k has exactly one solution, I know that I have to use the discriminant and set it equal to 0. From the equation, a is 1 because it's a number in front of x squared, b is negative 6, and c is k. I'm going to substitute into the discriminant negative 6 squared minus 4 times a times c, which is k, has to equal 0. Positive 36 minus 4k is equal to 0. This means 36 is equal to 4k because I moved the 4k over to the other side. Divide by 4, and the value of k is equal to 9. So the answer is B. If you're a stronger math student, then you can right away recognize that x squared minus 6x plus 9 is going to factor out beautifully as x minus 3 squared, meaning my solution is going to be 3. But if you don't, it's okay. The discriminant is one way to tell us what's called the nature and quantity of the solutions. Remember to come back tomorrow for day 8. You are more than halfway through. See you tomorrow.